Hello, welcome to part 2 of Student Handout Notes 5, Slope-Intercept Form Part 2. In our previous lesson, we completed the front page of Notes 5, questions 1 through 5. And today, in the second section, we're going to complete the second page of your notes, questions 6 through 10. So let's start in questions 6 through 9. We are to write an equation in slope-intercept form to represent the given situations. And just to remind you, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where m is always your slope. And you can use the slope of a line formula to find your slope. And b is always your y-intercept. And you can find your y-intercept when your x value is 0. The output, the y value, is the y-intercept. So let's take a look at question 6. At the end of the day, a pizzeria turns off its pizza oven. The table shows the linear relationship between the temperature of the oven and the first 5 minutes after it was turned off. So let's take a look at the table and get acquainted. Minutes is your input or your x value. The temperature is your output or your y value. So after 1 minute, the temperature in the oven is 425 degrees Fahrenheit. After 2 minutes, the temperature is 400 degrees Fahrenheit. After 3 minutes, the temperature is 375 degrees Fahrenheit. After 4 minutes, the temperature is 350. And you should have recognized by now that the temperature for each minute the oven is turned off, the temperature is cooling by 25 degrees each minute. This is your slope. So if we were to take our slope-intercept form, we take our y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, we would get a slope of negative 25 degrees. And the negative means that it is cooling 25 degrees each minute. This is our slope. So we went ahead and written this in blue for our m value. Now let's talk sure the oven was at 0 minutes when it was first turned off. So they finished cooking all their pizzas. They just turned off the oven. What was that starting temperature? So if you notice that it's cooling by 25 degrees each time, we're going to work our way backwards to see what temperature the oven was when they first turned it off. So we work our way back to 0 on the x value. Then we work our way back on the y input or the output, and we see that the temperature was 450 degrees when they first turned off the oven. Let's put this together in slope-intercept form. And we are going to see that our total equation is y equals negative 25x plus 450. So we're going to put it all together, and this is our equation in slope-intercept form. Let's scroll on down and take a look at the graph in question 7. Okay, so the graphs give us the same information as the table. It's just represented in a different visual diagram. So it says the graph shows the relationship between the number of gallons of water remaining in a storage tank and the number of minutes that it has been draining. So the first thing that comes to mind with a personal situation is a swimming pool. You put water in the swimming pool, you drain water out of the swimming pool, and so we have a water storage tank that is starting with 900 gallons in the tank. Okay, and that is because I am looking at where our graphed line crosses our y-axis, and I see that we start with 900 gallons of water in the tank. I'm going to go ahead and identify that as my B, my y-intercept, and keep things consistent. I'll keep it in pink. Okay, but now we have to put in a little bit of work to find what our slope is. So you can go ahead and pick 2 points on the graph. I'm going to pick this point here. I will draw my right triangle. And now we need to calculate our rise over our run. If we started at 700 with this point, and then we rose up to 900, we have a rise of 200. And now we need to see what our run is. We started at 30 on the x-axis and ran over to 0. So this is going to be a run of 30. And let's put that together as our rise over our run. So 200 divided by 30, and this is a negative slope because we are decreasing left to right. We're going to knock off those zeros, and we're going to simplify our slope of negative 20 over 3. So this is our rise over run is negative 20 over 3. Now let's put it together. Y equals negative 20 over 3 plus our y-intercept of 900. So here is our equation in slope-intercept form. I am going to put on here that this is going to equal our m. In parentheses, I'll put on here that is going to be your slope, so we know what all of our information is representing. So I have done a table with you, and I have done a graph with you. Now let's move on, and we are going to do a verbal description in questions 8 and 9. Okay, in number 8, Carly wants to buy some fish to keep in her room. At a local pet store, customers can pay $12.50 for a fish tank and 20 cents for each fish they purchase. Write an equation to represent the relationship between T, the total cost, and N, the number of fish purchased. Before I put the answers on here, I want you to give it a try yourself. So pause the video, complete the work. After you think you have all the correct answers, the slope, the y-intercept, and your equation in slope-intercept form, you may resume the video. Pause the video now. Okay, so for slope, you should have gotten 20 cents because it is 20 cents for each fish. And your starting point where the graph is going to begin is the cost for a fish tank, which is $12.50. Now, when writing your equations, if you have y and x, I want you to erase those. Your instructions were to write an equation to represent the relationship between t, the total cost, which is your output, your y, and n, the number of fish purchased. So your equation should read t equals 20 cents in plus $12.50. So paying attention to those specific details, I want you to please complete questions 9 and 10. We will go over those in class. You can ask me any questions that you have. Then resume homework 5 by completing questions 8 through 11 on the back of homework 5. Thank you, and that concludes your lesson.